Tonight is the last video of chapter 10, so we're going to look at 10.6, finding the equations of circles. So first off, what I need you to do is write down the equation of the circle. So we have, in parentheses, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. I'm going to pull up a little interactive website that kind of shows you exactly what h is, exactly what k is, and exactly what r is. Hopefully knowing that we're looking at a circle, you kind of have an idea of what r is, and then the manipulative will just solidify your answer. So write this down, and then I'll go through this interactive website, and then I want you to try to write the rule for what each term represents, and then anything that you notice about the example, and then what each letter does represent, and anything that you notice with them. So here's the website. So we see here that we have this circle, and the center right now is at -2, 0. And then it has a point at -1, 2. Okay, so come up here at the top, and you see the equation. Now they write it a little differently than we do, but they have x minus -2 squared plus y minus 0 squared is equal to 2 squared. So they simplify that to x plus 2 squared plus y squared is equal to 2 squared. Okay, so take a second and look at that. The center, the radius, and then, or the point on the circle, which forms the radius, and then you have the equation up here. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to move the radius, and let's make this look like that. So your radius is now ending at the origin at 0, 0. Now look what happened to your equation. Did anything change? I still have x plus 2 squared plus y squared is equal to 2 squared. So I still have that. Now, watch what happens if I move the center. Move the center to -3, 0. Now my equation is x minus -3, which simplifies to x plus 3, that squared, plus y minus 0 still, and that's still y squared, is equal to 3 squared. So look at the differences between those two. See if you can figure out what that h represents, what that k represents, and what r is. Okay, and I'll do one more. Leaving the point on the circle at 0, 0. You know what, let's go into the first quadrant. Let's move this, and I'm making this melt here. We'll get it on the circle. I'm going to go to 3, 2 for the center. And the point is still at 0, 0. So now look at your equation. X minus 3 squared, y minus 2 squared is equal to 4 squared. So see if your rule still works for what you wrote down for those first two examples. Okay, we'll definitely talk about what h, k, and r all represent tomorrow. Alright, so go back here. Here is your standard equation. You must know two pieces of information, and hopefully you kind of saw this, what the radius is, and maybe what the center is. Okay, so hopefully you saw that the center changed when we moved the circle around, whether it was the point on the circle or whether it was the center. So your h, comma k is what your center point is of your circle, and the r is just what your radius is. Okay? So here is one example I want you to do. So we know what the standard equation of a circle is. Now put in the point for the center. The center is -4, 0, and then your radius is 7.1. So find the equation of that circle, and then tomorrow, first thing, I want you to go through with your groups, go over this example, make sure we agree on the standard equation. And then I want you to try to graph this. So you have the standard equation, x plus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared is equal to 9. Now, just be careful with the standard equation and really understand that everything in the standard equation is squared, so please pay attention to this. See if you can graph this. And then, last example, what I want you to do is, instead of having the standard equation, you have 2 points. You know that the center is 5, negative 1, which is graphed right here. And you know the point on the circle is 1, 2. So they drew that in for you. From that only, I want you to write the x in parentheses, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. I want you to figure that out. Okay, so we will definitely start off class with going over these 3 examples and then just work through a bunch of problems with solving for the equation and then graphing from the equation or graphing from the 2 points. Okay, so short and sweet video again tonight. Please jot down any questions that you still have no idea what's going on or something that we just need to clear up tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow.